It's Tuesday, and I don't know, I'm just having so much self-doubt right now. So this self-doubt I'm feeling, it's mainly about my work. It's not about doubting the journey. And usually when I get in those phases where I feel a doubt or I question things, sometimes that's kind of what happens before a breakthrough. So I try to remind myself that, and also kind of self-doubt is sort of an illusion. Like, is it like my critical voice trying to take me down, or some insecurities like coming to the surface? It's probably a combination of all of that. So this week I kind of want to try to figure out how to overcome this sense of self-doubt. Yeah, it's definitely a very uncomfortable place to be in. And also I wanted to say, you watching my videos, I don't take it for granted, taking time from your busy day to watch me on my journey. And so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's a really hot day. I'm going to the library. I just got back from the library and it's super humid outside, so I took a few minutes to kind of cool down, turn the AC on. So now it's Thursday, and yeah, I'm still kind of overwhelmed with that feeling of self-doubt. And I think that one of the best ways to overcome that sense of self-doubt is to hone on my art practice and really choose a specific skill I want to really improve even more, which for me it's going to be pen and ink, because that's the one I have the most experience with. So it makes the most sense continuing to train myself on it. Also, obviously, I do enjoy it very much. I wouldn't pick a medium or a technique that I didn't like, you know. So I picked up a few books at the library. This one is Drawing in Pen and Ink by Claudia Nice. So hopefully that can give me a lot of tips on how to improve my shading and all of that. And then the other one is Rendering in Pen and Ink by Arthur Guptill. I don't know, this looks like it's pretty old, but I think there's some pretty good teachings in here. And this was recommended in a video I watched on YouTube recently, so I wanted to kind of get an idea. So yeah. And then I also picked up at the library this book called Artpreneur, which I thought might give me some good ideas on, you know, the business of making art my profession. So this book had really good reviews, so we'll see, you know, what I think of it. I need to color my hair pretty badly. I usually do it like once a month. Anyways, yeah, I just got home from the beach, which was really nice to decompress from the week and just kind of reflect a little bit more on, you know, that feeling of self-doubt I've been experiencing in the last few days. Well, not just the last few days, but it's been more intense in the last few days, I want to say. And I guess my conclusion would be, I was trying to think, okay, how would I overwhelm that self-doubt? And really, there's like 3 components to it. First, making an effort to not compare my work to other people's work, and which is a very easy thing to do when you're on social media a lot like I am. And especially, I follow a lot of fellow artists, and it's really easy to admire somebody else's work and at the same time starting to doubt your own skills. I don't know, I hope that makes sense. And then that goes along with which would be my point number 2, would be not fuel my critical voice. So when my critical voice shows up and critiques my work, or even me, you know, not working hard enough or something like that, like instead of paying attention to that critical voice, just maybe, okay, you have to acknowledge it's there, but not giving it attention and not giving it importance. So I don't know that you can really eliminate a critical voice completely. I know mine has tamed down a lot. I had a very high critical voice, and I've learned that if you don't give it too much importance, then it sort of fades away. But you know, there's periods of time when it's a little louder than other times. I think lately it's been a little louder because maybe it's just I'm in a phase of growth, and growth can look like feeling like you're in a rut. Growth can feel like you're on top of the world. Like, it really depends. And so feeling stuck isn't necessarily a bad sign, actually. It's probably more like the sign that you're ready to move on to the next level. So that's my interpretation. And then my point number 3 to overcome self-doubt would be to really keep practicing your skills. That's kind of why I borrowed those books from the library, is really keep on practicing those pen and ink skills and build my confidence with those skills. It doesn't mean I won't keep, you know, exploring, but I think it's good to focus and just, you know, just practice, especially as a self-taught artist, because there's also that kind of imposter syndrome that's a little bit there. Having not gone to art school, I do believe that you can definitely be successful as a self-taught artist. And yeah, I think self-learning is so much more easier now. There's a lot of classes online. There's some great books. Yeah, there's so many ways you can learn new skills and learn to deepen your skills. So that's kind of where I'm going forward. And then today, so I haven't drawn much this week. I did some exercises, and then I did a shorts, which you might have seen, of a coneflower, and that was a mix of watercolor and colored pencils. And I kind of wanted to maybe do I'm going to call that a plant portrait, a drawing of a plant, a philodendron that I saw on Pinterest, that I thought would be really nice to draw. So I think I'm going to do that, and I might try to do it both in black and white and then in colored pencils. We'll see how much time I have today. And yeah. So I finished my drawing last night. I would call it Portrait of a Philodendron. I think I'd like to do a series of plant portraits. I think that would be fun. And I ended up using graphite. As you can see though, with graphite, I don't know if you can see, but it gets very reflective. You can use matte spray over graphite to take the reflectiveness away. And then there's another technique, I can't speak. There's another technique I'd like to use is cover the initial graphite drawing with something called matte medium, and then go over it with pen and more graphite to add more depth, because the matte medium is going to mute the initial graphite drawing a little bit, and that could give you actually a wider array of grays, so that could be really interesting. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And then I was thinking about self-doubt. So I feel much better at the end of the week. Actually, it's next week now, but as I'm closing this vlog, another tool to overcome self-doubt is also looking at past achievements. Like, so I made a list last night of things I'm proud of for having achieved in the last 6 months. And it really helped me realize that even though maybe I've been feeling a little bit stuck, look at everything you've done in the last 6 months to a year. So I've found that really helpful. Let me know in the comments what tools you use when you have self-doubt, if you have ever self-doubt. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye!